What is going on, everybody? The Beep with the latest gin and tonic. Great episode for you guys today. We've been busy. Man, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air, a relief, a weight off our shoulders after the first ever International Federation of Beer Diet Grand Tournament this past weekend. We can kind of shift gears and focus on more content-driven stuff and obviously the Corona Challenge. Let's dive right into today's story. One that, believe it or not, hits a little bit closer home to me than most people would have thought. One of my favorite guys growing up in the NFL, Alex Smith, is retiring. After 14 seasons in the NFL, winning Comeback Player of the Year this last season, he is hanging them up for good. Now, for those of you who don't really remember Alex Smith, it wouldn't surprise me too much. He was number 1 overall pick in 2005 out of the University of Utah, or Utah University. I don't know which one it is. University of Utah sounds better to me, so we're going to go with that one. First 5, 6, 7 years of his NFL career really was extremely disappointing. Didn't really do much. Nothing really jumped out at you. Then Harbaugh came into town and really turned things around there. We all know Harbaugh as being the guy who coaches the Scumbags down in Ann Arbor right now, so we're not going to talk too much about him. But once Harbaugh did get there, seemed things were changing for Smith. He was coming into his own. His coach, I won't name names, was known as a quarterback whisperer and really started to develop him as a franchise quarterback. 2011 was arguably his best season he'd ever played in the NFL, leading the 49ers to a 13-3 record, breaking all of his previous passing records and things like that. 2012 was when things kind of got a little funky for him. He was a top 5 quarterback, top 5 in quarterback rating, top 5 in completion percentage, top 5 in most categories in the NFL. Okay, they were winning football games. Then he gets benched. Gets benched for Colin Kaepernick, and the rest is history. He would never start another game for the 49ers, and it was really heartbreaking. Alex Smith then goes on to play for the Kansas City Chiefs, giving the Chiefs some of the best years that they have seen in the last 20 years when he gets there. Then it happens again. 2018 comes around, and the Kansas City Chiefs draft Patrick Mahomes. They trade up to draft him, and the writing on the wall was for Alex Smith that he would no longer be with the team. Transition now, he goes to the Washington football team. Almost said Redskins, didn't make that mistake. Washington football team. He goes there and he has one of the most gruesome football injuries that we have ever seen on the gridiron. One that makes you turn your stomach and makes you think, oh, goodness gracious, this guy's never going to play the game of football ever again. Every single doctor in the entire universe told this guy to hang it up. You're done. You're just stop playing this and that. And if you look at I'm not saying videos of the injury, but if you look at images of his leg after the injury and after the surgeries that he had, dozens of surgeries on it. The leg doesn't even it just looks mangled. Okay. But what does Alex Smith do? And the only way that he knows how to do is he fights, he battles, he scratches, he grinds, and he gets his way back onto the playing field for the Washington football team. He takes over a key role this last football season. There were some injuries. Dwayne Haskins got benched, then ended up getting cut. Alex Smith comes in and plays a vital role in leading that team to the playoffs. Going into the playoff game against the New England Patriots, against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Whoa. Gets Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He gets hurt prior to that game, and Heineke, you say potato, I say potato, whatever you want to call the kid, relieves him and almost leads a very early first-round upset against the Buccaneers. So after this year, Alex Smith had a really tough decision to make. What was he going to do? Was he going to try to test the market a little bit more and sign somewhere else and maybe have one last shot at chasing a ring? What was he going to do? He decides to make the ultimate professional decision and hang them up before it is too late. Now, I think what is so upsetting about the whole thing is here's a guy who's thrown for over 35,000 yards, not 3,500, 35,000 yards in the NFL, which is a huge number. You stack that up against some of the greats in the NFL, and he's beating them in passing yards. Okay, almost throws for 200 career passing touchdowns. Really, not a bad career. Not a bad career. You could stack him up against some of the top guys in the NFL. And now I know guys like Brady, Breeze, Manning, are in the, well above 50,000 when it comes to passing yards. But here's a guy that, gosh darn it, when he was given an opportunity, he took the most of it. He's never going to be in the Hall of Fame. He never won a Super Bowl, but he was very, very fun to watch. And I think he's going to be the very last of a dying breed in the NFL. You hear these guys that are called game managers, right? Just be a game manager. Manage the game well. Call good plays. Call good checks at the line. Do this. Be a good game. Be a student of the game. I think Alex Smith is going to be one of the last ones to do so. And a guy that, when drafted number 1 overall for the first 5, 6, 7 years of his career, was looked at as one of the biggest busts in the NFL, and then he absolutely rights the ship and has a very, very solid career in the league. So Alex Smith, from us at Gym Pros, we just want to tip our hat and say congratulations on a fantastic NFL career. We wish you nothing but the best in retirement. We hope you and your wife have a very long, healthy marriage. The kids are all good. We wish you just nothing but the best. So that is the latest episode of Gin and Tonic. I am the Beep. Tune into all of our stuff the rest of the week, guys. Live stream on Wednesday. Another Gin and Tonic on Thursday. Obviously, podcast is up and live from this past Sunday. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your week, guys, and we'll talk soon.